This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. Neshannock, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's going to sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grabs. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way.
Ripped away from him. Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Pullman Park, it's a first of 4 meetings on the season as the 3B Barons take on the Kiski Valley Vikings in the Barons' first Rust Belt League Division matchup. Hello everyone, my name is Tyler Aaron. Alongside me here today, one and only Garrett Dolan will be in and out of the broadcast booth with me today. He's running producer and a whole bunch of other stuff. He'll be on and off the mic. Thank you for joining us here today on the Lawrence County SportsNet, presented by LCAT. Now, Garrett, 3B Barons 4-1 overall record on the season. What can we expect here today for the Barons?
Good pitching, a lot of scoring, and more than anything, a beautiful night for baseball here at historic Pullman Park.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one here. Again, first of 4 matchups here on the season for the 3B Barons, and the second appearance here at Pullman Park as they are set to take the field. Now, unfortunately, game again on Sunday for these 3B Barons was against the Cumming Motors of Altoona. It was set to be a doubleheader. That unfortunately got postponed to a later date. We just found out it's going to be July 5th at Flaherty Field. That'll be a doubleheader. And then originally that day, the Barons were going to take on the Kiski Valley Vikings. So instead of it being on the 5th, it's going to be on the 6th. And it's going to be at Kiski Valley now and not over at Pullman. So with all that being said, let's take a starting lineup here of the visiting Kiski Valley Vikings. Up first, designated hitter Seth Helgert, batting second. Dom Rapp, he's the extra hitter, batting third. Brady Wozniak over at third base. Batting at the cleanup spot, Colin Patterson over at first base. Nate Demchak will bat fifth over in center field. Batting sixth, Evan Spagel over in right field. Batting seventh, Brian McCann, he's behind the plate. Batting eighth, Eli DeVita over at second base. Batting ninth, out in left field, it's Peyton Bennett. And batting 10th, Dylan McCallop over at shortstop. And now the starting lineup brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Call to place your order at 724-656-1553. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game or place an order for takeout. Now let's take a look at the defensive alignment brought to you by Madur Bonner Law, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. Over in left field, Luke Anderton. Over in center, Ben Miller. Tommy Caroli out in right field. Over at third base, Parker Lyons. Jake Robinson over at shortstop. Ethan Adams at second base. Josh Reed at first base. Braden Ziegler will be today's catcher behind the plate. And then starting pitcher Zyler Freeman will make his second appearance on the season. He pitched in relief back on June 1st against the B2 Bulls, pitched 3 complete innings, gave up 2 hits, a run that was earned that turned out to be a solo home run that game. walked 1 batter, and struck out 4 batters.
You know, Tyler, everyone's here ready for first pitch. The most important people are not ready, that being the umpires who are just now taking the field. All the Barons were done with their warm-ups and batters already in the batter's box, but just now the umpire's coming and we are ready to start this game.
Yeah, we are indeed ready to change this game. Now, as the umpires meeting with the coaches were kind of a little bit off to the side, the 3B Barons came out a little bit early, but regardless, we are ready for first pitch here, in Zyler Friedman on the hill. He will face Seth Helgert. First pitch fouled off back. First pitch here today is 7:02. First pitch of today's game brought to you by Penn, Ohio Bottled Water. Call Penn, Ohio Bottled Water for delivery of 3 or 5 gallon water cooler systems, or get cases of bottles delivered to your home or work. Let Penn, Ohio Bottled Water do the heavy lifting and bring refreshing water to your door. Oh, 1 the count to Seth Helgert. Beautiful evening here at historic Pullman Park. 77 degrees your game time temperature. This one flown out towards center field. Ben Miller runs over for it. And diving out there in right center field, Tommy Groley, he can't get it. Helgert runs into second. That ball gets away from Robinson. Thankfully backed up by Parker Lyons, but in there sliding in safely is Seth Helgert.
Vikings struggling early on the season here. That's just how you set the momentum and get game started there. Leadoff double for the Vikings.
And that brings up Dom Rapp, the extra hitter. First pitch called, a strike, fastball right there down the middle. Helgert stands alone at second. Here, game number 5 on the season for the 3B Barons. Curveball upstairs for a ball. 1-1 the count. And Helgert hit off the leadoff double as a diving effort out there in right center field by Tommy Caroli was not there. It's a 2-1 count to Rapp. He swings right through that one. Count evens out 2-2. Freeman did get the win in game 1 of that doubleheader, so he has a 1-0 record. He faced 13 batters, pitched 44 pitches, and he makes his first season start. Swung on right through that one was Dom Rapp. Strikeout number 1 here today for Zyler Freeman, and he gets the first out. Brady Wozniak step in now. The lefty batting .300 on the season, has an RBI. First pitch slider down and swung right through that one was Wozniak. 0-1 the count. And 1 pitch by Freeman. Called strike 2 right at the knees. 0-2 to Wozniak.
That was a really nice place pitch there from Zyler Friedman, just freezing the batter. Now he's down hole 0-2.
0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Zyler Freeman. And gets 2 outs now here in the first.
I mentioned after that Helger double that it was really important for the Vikings to get out early like that. What's important for Zyler Freeman is responding from that back-to-back strikeouts, could make it 3 in a row here and really have control of this game.
Now up the cleanup hitter, Colin Patterson. First baseman coming in today, leading the team in batting average. He has a .500 batting average on the season. 1-0 pitch by Friedman. Down low. Now 2-0 the count. And the
only run given up so far in the early season for Zyler Freeman, a home run in that exhibition doubleheader versus the B2 Bulls. So looking to keep it at that here.
Patterson watches that one go by for a strike, 2-1 the count. And Garrett, really, this is a kind of clash of the Titans, if you will, with a Viking and a Baron and what they are. Is the main point I threw out there for here today, is a little bit of a battle of the Titans, if you will.
News to me, because the definition of a Baron is so unstructured. So
it really is, but if you really think about it, it's like a Viking. This one, a deep fly ball out towards right. Caroli running back for it. He's still going. He turns around. He can't find it. It falls in front of him. Helgert will score easily. Sliding into second is Patterson. An RBI double for Colin Patterson gives the Kiski Valley Vikings an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Colin Patterson, big lefty up there in the box, and you can just tell with his swing that he just loves to send that one out. That was a beautiful swing from Patterson. Gets that runner from second, Helgert, in home. Now the Vikings up early in this ball game.
Yeah, so still 2 outs. Runner on second. Vikings in front, 1-0. First pitch called a strike to Nate Jemchak. Batting .333 on the year. Has 2 RBIs. Leads tied for the team lead in that category. Breaking ball well upstairs and inside. 1-1 the count.
If you look up in the dictionary, a perfect baseball day, this would probably be it.
Yeah, perfectly sunny skies, 77 degrees, no rain to worry about at all. So it'd be a very beautiful day here for baseball after Sunday's game for the Barons being rained out.
Even worse, insult to injury, traveling all the way to Altoona just to get that news. So
1-2 pitch. That gets bound to the backstop. A wild pitch. Patterson advances 90 feet over to third base. Now a runner 90 feet away for the Kiski Valley Vikings. Two pitch. Called strike 3. Third strikeout on the day for Zyler Freeman, but he does give up a run and 2 hits, 1 man left on base after 1 half inning completed. After that, Kiski Valley Vikings up in front 1-0 over the 3B Barons, all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Back here for the bottom half of the first inning here from historic Pullman Park. Kiski Valley Vikings up in front over the 3B Barons 1-0 here so far. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the 3B Barons, brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Tommy Caroli will lead things off over in right field. Batting second, Nick Peroto. He's DHing. Batting third over at shortstop, Jake Robinson. Batting fourth, Josh Wolf, the extra hitter. Batting fifth, Josh Reed. Over at first base, batting sixth, Parker Lyons. Over at third base, Ethan Adams will bat seventh. Ben Miller will bat eighth. Batting ninth, Braden Ziegler. Batting 10th, Luke Anderton, who's over in left field. And then A.J. Verdi will make his season debut, batting 11th and as the extra hitter. Count 1-1 to Tommy Caroli. Real quick, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Kiski Valley Vikings, brought to you by Madur Bonner Law. Over in left field, it's Peyton Bennett. Over in center, Nate Demchak and Evan Spagel. Over in right, over at third base, Brady Wozniak. This one, shallow pop-up for the shortstop, Dylan McCallop for the first out. Eli DeVita over at second, Colin Patterson at first, Brian McCann at catcher, and then starting pitcher for the Vikings, that is Shane Kleinfelter. One away here in the bottom half of the first, thanks to the pop-out caught over at shortstop. First pitch up high and off the glove of McCann. Nick Peroto batting .286 on the season. Has a homer and an RBI for the two-way player. And Perano hit by a pitch over at first base. That one must have gotten a piece. Jake Robinson originally came in onto the team wearing number 80. Changed his number a couple days before the season started from 80 to 96. Up 16 spots. So Peroto stands at first on a hit by pitch. Count 1-0 to Jake Robinson. He pops this one out towards right field. Making the catch over there in right field is Evan Spagel. 2 outs now here in the first. Brings up the extra hitter in Josh Wolf. He'll stand in tall at batting 143 and an RBI. Quick throw back to first, not in time. Just a little quick step on the bag over at first by Peroto. First pitch, breaking ball, calling for a strike. Oh, and 1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Kleinfelter got the fastball by him. Down in the count now is Wolf. Runner will take off for second. That ball's outside. Sliding in there safely is Nick Peroto. A stolen base, his first on the season, puts the first runner in scoring position for the Barons. 1-2 pitch. This one fouled out of play. 1-2 the count now. Kleinfelter goes to Gannon University. The freshman did not make an appearance on the season, and this is his first appearance on the season for the Kiski Valley Vikings. 1-2 pitch, high, breaking ball well outside. Count goes even, 2-2. Bottom of the first inning, runner on second. This one driven out towards the gap in right center. That's down for a base hit. Here comes Peroto rounding third. He scores an RBI single by Josh Wolf. We're now tied here from Pullman Park. A Toshiba RBI. Call Dale at 412-290-2156 for all your printer output devices and digital workflow solutions. Or visit www.business.toshiba.com and click Find a Dealer near you. Tie ball game now. 1-1. Thanks to the RBI single by Josh Wolf. Josh Reed steps in. He watches a breaking ball go by. Count quickly down 0-2. 0-2 the count. Runner on first. 1-1 ball game. High breaking ball, and that's outside. 1-2 the count.
Pair of Joshes, both the bats starting 0-2, then going to 1-2. See if this one can have a similar result.
Another breaking ball outside, 2-2 now to Reed. Josh Reed looking for his first base hit on the season. Has an RBI. It was a sacrifice fly back on Saturday against the Trafford Crazy Train. 2-2 pitch, another breaking ball. Outside, count runs full.
Josh Reed, a really good at bat so far and hasn't swung the bat. 0-2 to 3-2. Working the count makes the pitcher frustrated, and Wolf will be off on the pitch.
Here's the full count pitch, swung on and missed. Strike three. Shane Kleinfelter able to get the third out of the inning with his first strikeout of the game. Barons score one off of one hit and one man left on base. We played one complete inning here from historic Pullman Park, all tied up here at one apiece on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
We played one complete inning here from Pullman Park, all tied up, one run apiece scored on both sides. Kiski Valley Vikings won, 3B Barons won. Evan Spagel will kick things off for the Vikings. First pitch, this one chopped out to third. Great scoop there at third by Lyons. He throws on to first. And on the very first pitch of the inning, retires Spagel on a 5-3 groundout.
Really nice play there from Parker Lyons. Shout out Ty Polk, who was praising him a couple nights ago in the Ginger Hill Tavern in Slippery Rock.
Count 1-0 to Brian McCann. Fastball called for a strike. Evened up now 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Fastball just a hair low below the knees of McCann. Count runs 2-1. 2-1 pitch, fastball. This one's fouled and out of play into the stands on the first base side. Count 2-2. 1 out. Nobody on. Still tied. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball hits the pebbles before making it to the plate. Count runs full. McCann looking for hit number 1 on the season. Vikings 0-3 to kick off the season. 3 straight losses to the Redbirds. This one's a high chopper. Con over at short by Robinson. Throw over to first in time for the second out.
Yeah, 2 really nice plays from the left side of the infield so far. Parker Lyons and Jake Robinson. Lyons of Westminster, Robinson of Division I Kent State, who had a pretty nice season this year. So, you know, it's pretty well protected on the left side of the infield over there.
Eli DeVita steps in a chop swing, rolls to third, charging for it and getting its lines, throwing to first, gets DeVita out. Great plays over on the left side of the infield. 1, 2, 3, go down the Vikings. We play 1.5 complete from historic Pullman Park. 1-1 is our score here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Back here for the bottom half of the second, tied up at 1. Here in the Rust Ballot League divisional matchup. First one on the season for the 3B Barons. Is actually, let's take a look at these Rust Ballot League standings now. Allegheny Athletics sit in first place in the Rust Ballot League standings. They have a 1-0 record. Over in second place, it's the 3B Barons with a 2-1 record. Over in third place, it's Cumming Motors of Altoona. They have a 2-2-3 record. They've been very busy to start the season. And then the Kiski Valley Vikings, looking for their first win of the season. They are in last with a 0-3 record. First pitch just outside to Parker Lyons to kick off the bottom of the second.
just talking about Lions making those two great defensive plays at third base to start and end the inning.
This one well outside. Not a chance for McCann to catch that one as it reaches the backstop. 2-0 the count. Vikings still looking for their first win on the season. The winless Viking voyage continues over in Kiski Valley. 0-3 to start their season. Vikings kicked off the season with a 3-game series. Don't really see that too much here across the North American Baseball Alliance. Lost their first game 10-3, 4-3 in the second game, and 11-2 in game 3. Run differential right now is -17. Only scored 8 total runs in those 3 games while giving up 25.
It's been the opposite of smooth sailing, so to speak, for the Vikings thus far.
3-1 pitch. This one grounded out to the right side of the infield, scooped up by Patterson. He will take it himself after a quick short-handed throw to Kleinfelter for the first out. Brings up Ethan Adams, second baseman, batting .200 on the year, has a double. Looking to get on base with one away. First pitch breaking ball right there for a strike right at the knees.
Mentioned Jake Robinson at shortstop. Ethan Adams also a shortstop and also Division I at Mercyhurst University up in Erie.
0-1 pitch. Breaking ball hits the turf right at the front circle of the red turf. Counts 1-1. Special thanks to Garrett Dolan here being my associate commentator here today. Running camera, producer, everything else for this broadcast.
Somewhat of a one-man band. I mean, you're here as well, and then I can't also pick up papers at the same time, but that's what you're here for.
I'm glad I can help at some point in contribution to this broadcast. 1-2 the count. That one fouled off by Adams.
Well, I'm not doing a whole lot of commentating here on the side, but it's I pitch in when I'm needed, so that's definitely where you shine the brightest.
1-2 pitch to Adams, just outside. Count evens up 2-2.
Really nice hold there from Adams. You see that Division I talent there. That pitch just a hair outside. Looked like the umpire wanted to call it, but held off on it.
2-2 pitch. Just down low. Count runs full. Thank you guys for watching this broadcast if you're not here on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside Garrett Dolan here today. Count full. 1 out. Here's the full count pitch by Kleinfelter. Upstairs, ball 4. A 1-out free pass for the Barons.
Going back to what you said about thank you for tuning in if you're not here. Thank you for tuning in even if you are here. Every view counts the same, and we greatly appreciate it.
So runner on first now, 1 out. Ben Miller steps in. First pitch called a strike. Here is, it's collegiate baseball tonight. Tomorrow it's kickoff of PIAA softball and baseball championships out at Penn State University. We got 2 Lawrence County representatives going out to make the trip, making it to the championship, as the Union Scotties made the 1A championship for softball. This one ground out towards third, picked up by Wozniak, gets the runner out second, but not at first. So they get Adams out on the force. A 5-4 for the second out. And Miller will reach first on a fielder's choice. Runner will stay at first now with 2 outs.
Going back to what you're talking about, Tyler, about all the high school teams heading out to Penn State for the state championships. You want to know who else is heading out that way?
You and I.
Immediately after this game, making the trek from Pullman Park here in Butler out to State College, Pennsylvania. So early morning tomorrow, late night tonight, but wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
This one, chomp that over towards third. Wozniak has it. He'll throw it to first. Scooped up by Patterson at first for the third out of the inning. One man left on base here in the bottom half of the second by the Barons. We played 2 complete. Still tied at 1 apiece here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Congratulations to our May LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor all of Lawrence County softball as our Lawrence County Team of the Month. Mohawk, Neshannock, and Union won a softball trifecta of WPIL championships on the same day. Elwood City, Laurel, Shenango, and Wilmington each won playoff games, and Newcastle set program and WPIL records on the softball diamond this year. Congratulations to all of our county softball athletes representing as our May LCAP.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
We played 2 complete here from historic Pullman Park. Tying game between the Kiski Valley Vikings and the 3B Barons, 1-1 apiece. Peyton Bennett, Dylan McCallop, and Seth Helger all due up here in the 3rd inning for these Kiski Valley Vikings. And like we've been saying on the high school end of things, baseball and softball championships tomorrow and Friday. Out of 1A, the Union Scotties for softball will take on NE Bradford on Friday at 11 a.m. First pitch driven out towards right field, but foul. Union Scotties will look for their first state title. And out of 2A for softball, the Neshannock Lancers are back in it for the 3rd time in the last 4 years. They will look for their 5th state title. And that 2A game will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Count now 2-1 to Peyton Bennett. Nobody on, nobody out. This one hits the pebbles. Now up to 3-1. High chopper. Easy play over at first by Reed. A little underhand toss to Freeman for the first out. A 3-1 put out for the first out. They'll bring up Dylan McCallop, shortstop. First pitch called, strike 1. Top of the 3rd inning, 1 out. Nobody on, 1-1 ball game. 1-0 pitch, or 0-1 pitch outside for a ball, 1-1 the count now. One pitch. Breaking ball called for a strike, 1-2. Barons today have all the bullpen arms all charged up, ready to go. Once when Friedman comes out, 6 pitchers available today. That's a record high for the Barons on the season. 2-2 the count now to Dylan McCallop. Called strike 3. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Zyler Friedman. Up now to 8 on the season and gets the second out. Vikings have 1 run, 2 hits, 0 errors. Barons have 1 run and 1 hit and 0 errors. That'll flip the script back over to top of the order. Seth Helgert steps in. He's 1 for 1. Hit a double to kick off the ball game. First pitch well outside for a ball. One and 0 pitch. Fastball swung right through it by Helgert. Count evens 1-1. Helgert came in today, 2 doubles on the season, an RBI, and a .333 batting average. For the pitcher / infielder. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball down low. Count now 2-1. Two and 1 pitch. Fastball fouled off back. And a whole bunch of flinches by the fans in front of us.
You know who didn't flinch? The guys who've been doing plenty of games for Lawrence County SportsNet recently.
Yeah, you and I both were out at Slippery Rock High School for a baseball doubleheader. Sat through a 2-hour and 58-minute rain delay in Game 1 of that doubleheader. And all that, this one driven out towards center field. Right there is Ben Miller for the third out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go down the Vikings. We played 2.5, still tied up at 1 here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by El Cap.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Count 1-1 to Luke Anderton. Here, kicking off the bottom half of the third inning. 1-1 pitch by Kleinfelter. Checked his swung. Appealed down to first, and it's called a strike. 1-2 to Anderton. Anderton has an RBI and a 125 batting average on the season. appeared in almost all of the Barons games this season.
Yeah, he's been bad at, especially in the doubleheader versus Trafford. Got that RBI. Bat's starting to heat up here.
2-2 pitch. This one driven out towards center. Running in for it is Demchak. He can't get there for a leadoff base hit for Luke Anderton.
Like I just said, Bat heating up. Sometimes coming out of a slump, you just need some softball hits like that, but a hit counts all the same no matter how hard you hit it. So Anderton, hopefully his bat can heat up and he can start turning things around here.
So it was a leadoff base runner pickoff attempt back at first. Anderton able to slide back in safely. First pitch to A.J. Verdine, his first at-bat on the season for the Barons. Fouled out of play. Oh and 1 the count. Runner goes for second. Throw down to second. Dropped by the shortstop, Dylan McCallop. It's a stolen base for Luke Anderton.
A lot of stolen bases on the year so far for the Barons. Head coach Eric Francis being really aggressive on the base paths this year.
Second stolen base so far on the day for the Barons. Verdine drives this one out to right. Fortunately, right in the vicinity of Spagel. Runner tags for third. Anderton slides in. A little bit of a stumble sliding across third base, but he's in there safely on the tag.
You know, no batter wants to get out whenever they go up to bat, but, you know, there are good outs like that, advancing Anderton over from second to third, and that brings up top of the order and Tommy Caroli.
Yeah, Caroli 0 for 1 today. Flew out to short in his first at-bat. First pitch breaking ball right there on the outside corner. 0-1. Yeah, these 3B Barons' last game was a doubleheader at Hickory High School. Back at Saturday against the Trafford Crazy Train, and the Barons able to derail the train in a first-time ever matchup between both teams. A 4-2 victory in Game 1 and then a 6-0 victory in Game 2.
I think the name Crazy Train happens to come from the famous song by Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, I hope that that's their motto for all their home games. All their home games get played right here at Pullman Park. This one comebacker right up the middle and in for a base hit. Jogging in to score is Luke Anderton. Another Toshiba RBI single by Tommy Caroli. His first RBI on the season, and it gives the Barons a 2-1 lead here in the third.
Yeah, Barons have their first lead of the day here, hoping to build off of it here. Just one out in the inning, make a big one out of it.
Count 0-1 to Nick Parado. Does not get hit on that pitch. Got hit by a pitch back in his first plate appearance. Came around to score off of an RBI single by Josh Wolf. He rips this one down the first base line and just foul.
Parado hit in his first at-bat, nearly got a hit there, but just down the foul line here at Pullman Park.
Well, if that stayed in fair territory, it would have easily been extra bases for Nick Parado and maybe a second run of the inning coming across the score with Caroli standing on first. Count 0-2. Now that one gets away by McCann, breaking for second, and there is Caroli.
Parado, one of the two players who hit home runs in the doubleheader, Game 2 of the doubleheader, might I add, on Saturday against the Crazy Train, and those are just the only 2 home runs on the year so far for the Barons.
So it's going to be deemed a pass ball, and it advances Caroli to scoring position. Counts 1-2 to Nick Peroto. 3B Barons in front 2-1. And you're watching this on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. 1-2 pitch by Kleinfelter, called for a strike. Strike 3 called.
Yeah, you could see the reaction on Perotto's face. He knew that that one was right there, and he should have took the bat off his shoulder. But what's in the past, he can't change, and that will have to bring up Jake Robinson to look to bring home Caroli home.
And second strikeout on the day for Kleinfelter. And his first appearance on the season. First pitch to Jake Robinson, breaking ball, called for a strike right there on the outside corner.
Barons wearing their pinstripes. The Vikings wearing the bright red jerseys with the gray pants.
Yeah, Vikings, one of the very few teams that have multiple uniforms to their use. They have a set of black uniforms as well. And the all reds today. Or I guess the red jerseys.
Kind of reminds you of the Boston Red Sox in a way with that navy blue hat.
1-1 pitch down low for a ball, 2-1 now to Robinson. Again, here at Pullman, it's 347 to left, 385 to left center, 425 to center, 352 to right center, and then the shortest part of the park, 325 down the right field line.
You know, it's funny, they call PNC Park a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. Meanwhile, center field there significantly closer than it is here at Pullman, 425. I don't think I've ever seen a home run hit out to center field here, and I've been coming to games here for quite some time.
Full count now to Robinson. You know, I think the furthest home run I've ever seen here was hit in between where the flagpole is out in center and the post in left center field right in there. It's probably about 400 feet, maybe a little bit more than that. Robinson hits this one down for a base hit. Coming around the third, heading home is Caroli. No throw to the plate. Caroli stands in. Another Toshiba RBI single, this time by Jake Robinson, and it gives the Barons a 3-1 lead.
You know, you just see the hitting there from Jake Robinson, really good at bat, putting that one in the center field. Barons is now up by a pair.
First pitch driven out towards center field. Demchak ranging over for it. He will make the catch for the third out of the inning. We've played 3 complete innings of play here from historic Pullman Park, but it's the 3B Barons who hit 3, leave 1 on base, and score 2. They have a 3-1 lead, all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
It was 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 left on base in the bottom half of the third to give the Barons a commanding 3-1 lead over the Kiski Valley Vikings. 0-1 pitch. This one's popped up and drifts out of play into foul territory.
Making a loud metallic thud hitting the bleachers here at Pullman Park.
Dom Rapp up to bat. He is 0 for 1 today. He struck out swinging in result of the first out of this ballgame.
You know, Zyler Freeman had that shaky first inning, has looked strong ever since. Now he's got the run support, got to keep it and hold it here.
0-2 pitch. This one fouled out of play. Stayed in the ballpark, though. That one hit the very top of the netting. Count remains 0-2 to Dom Rapp. 286 batting average. Tied for first with 2 RBIs on the season. Oh, 2 pitch. Inside, called, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Zyler Freeman. Season total up to 9 and gets the first out of the 4th.
You know, aside from that game against the Iron Bucks here last Tuesday at Pullman Park, the Barons pitching has been phenomenal. I mean, 3 combined runs through the 4 games of the doubleheaders they played?
Yeah, a 2-1 victory, a 6-1 victory, a 4-1 victory, and a 6-0 victory. So the offense well alive too as well. They've scored 18 runs compared to 3 if you take away the equation of that Iron Bucks game. They're ahead now 3-1. 0-2 count to Brady Wozniak. This one outside.
Nice block there from Braden Ziegler. You know, I've been down on the field listening to Coach Eric Francis's post-game talks, and you know, obviously he's had a lot to say about that game, about how, you know, he didn't have them prepared. And then what he said after the doubleheader last week was that, you know, a lot of these guys were teammates, a lot of them were friends, but put that aside till after the game when then they can hug and do all that stuff.
This one, slow roller out to first, picked up by Reed. He calls off Freeman. He'll step on the bag himself. An unassisted ground out over towards Josh Reed for the second out.
You know, as beautiful of a day out as it is here at Pullman Park, it is a left fielder's nightmare with the sun just beaming down right now on Luke Anderton.
First pitch to Colin Patterson, fouled off. Yeah, if you take a look at the runs by inning from the Barons offense and the Barons defense, this is the only inning this season that the Barons have yet to score a run in. They've scored a run in each of the other 6 innings. But on the other side of things, they've given up 4 runs so far in the season in the 4th inning alone. That's tied for first in most runs they've given up in an inning. They've given up 4 runs in the first inning so far as well on the season. 2-1 pitch to Patterson. This one's fouled out of play. 2-2.
Yeah, well, the Kiski Valley Vikings won't score any runs this inning if Zyler Freeman has anything to say about it, and so far he has.
2-2 pitch outside. Count runs full.
Ziegler tried to get the frame call on that one, but just a bit too far outside for the ring up from the umpire.
Full count pitch. This one hit out towards center field. Miller is there. He's waiting for it to come down, and he will make the catch for the third out. Again, for the third straight inning, 1, 2, 3 go down the Kiski Valley Vikings. We've played 3.5 from Pullman Park. 3V Barons up in front, 3-1, all here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
It's Josh Reed, Parker Lyons, and Ethan Adams all due up here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Barons up in front 3-1 over the winless Kiski Valley Vikings. Again, a 2-1 record on the season for the Barons. 4-1 overall record. Vikings 0-3, 0-4 overall record. First pitch outside for a ball to Josh Reed. 1-0 pitch. This one grounded out toward short, diving for it and just missing it right off the glove of Dylan McCallop. Into shallow center field, a leadoff base hit by Josh Reed. He's 1 for 2 today.
Yeah, that's a really tough play for the shortstop, just barely out of his reach. Would have been a tough play regardless with Josh Reed running down the line, but that's all hypothetical now.
It's now 3 runs and 4 and 5 hits now for the Barons. 1 run and 2 hits so far for the Kiski Valley Vikings. Count 1-0 now to Parker Lyons. He is 0 for 1 today. Kleinfelter winds and fires. This one driven out towards right field. Coming in for it is Spagel, diving for it and making the catch out in right. Evan Spagel rather, with a beautiful diving catch out and right to record the first out and get Parker Lyons out.
You know, Tyler, I don't have any t-shirts in my bag, but if we did, that might be a nominee for the play of the game.
What a spectacular diving catch by Spagel. And get the all-important first out, showing bunt and getting it down as Adams just the wrong way. That one popped up the whole way back to the netting.
You know, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that Coach Eric France is doing a lot of small ball so far this season, stolen bases, and then situations like that, bunts. And, you know, if it works, it works. So you just got to tip your cap.
Count 0-2 now to Ethan Adams. Probably won't show the bunt now. Down in the count 0-2. Standing at first is Josh Reed. 1 away here, 3-1 lead. This one just off the plate for a ball. 1-2 now to Adams. Nick Parado out in the bullpen. He's out there with Zyler Friedman. Potentially, Friedman's night is done. If so, what a spectacular performance by him so far.
Yeah, second start on the season for Zyler. Only 1 run allowed in each of those games, so you just got to tip your cap to him.
Swung on and missed by Adams for strike 3. He goes down hacking for the second out and brings up Ben Miller.
You know, we're just talking about Nick Parado warming up in the bullpen. Mentioned his home run earlier on the season. And then Ben Miller, the other party in that back-to-back home runs in the game versus the Trafford Crazy Train on Saturday.
It's the first time I've ever seen back-to-back homers, and very cool to see. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball off the plate, now even 1-1.
Not just back-to-back homers, but on back-to-back pitches nonetheless, and the first two on the year.
Yeah, especially since last season the Barons did not hit a home run at all last season, which is surprising. Now a whole bunch of power now into this 3B Barons lineup.
Whole bunch of young power nonetheless. Over half the roster were freshmen this past season.
2-1 pitch swung on and swift at by Miller. Count evened up 2-2. Kleinfelter up to 71 pitches now. Here through 3 2/3. He winds and fires that one upstairs. Count runs full to Miller.
Would have to imagine, depending on how full the Vikings bullpen is, his day like Zyler Freeman might be over after this inning.
Freeman has thrown 59 pitches. That one looked at the whole way by Miller. That's called strike 3. Another strikeout by Kleinfelter for the third out. One hit happens, one left on base. Barons have left at least one man on base in each of the 4 innings. We played 4 complete. Barons up in front over the Vikings 3-1. You're watching collegiate level baseball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex-driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Back here for the top half of the 5th inning. It's a red zone call to the bullpen. Spirit Sales can help raise big money for your organization. Fill out a form and the Red Zone does the rest. Visit them online at theredzonesports.com and see how your group can score big at the Red Zone. Nick Parado comes in now in relief of Zyler Freeman. First pitch, a bouncer off the glove at third by Parker Lyons. No throw over to first.
Likely error there on Parker Lyons.
And we'll see what they roll that, as it was a little bit of a long run there by Lyons to get over. We'll see what they mark it down. They will call it an E5. So first error committed by the Barons, first error today. What a spectacular day here today for the starter in Zyler Freeman. 4 complete innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, 0 walks, 5 strikeouts. Now with Nick Parado stepping in relief. He's made 1 prior appearance, and it was actually at this park. This one hits off the glove. Parado scooped up by Abs, gets the force out at second, and then at first a double play, a 4-6-3 double play. 2 outs now here in the 5th.
That's how you respond if you're Nick Parado. Error at the third base, left side of the infield. Immediately responding with a double play. Back in business here for the Barons.
Yeah, Parado in his last appearance pitched 2 complete innings against the Butler Ironbucks gave up 2 hits and 3 runs.
That pitch hits him.
It looks like just got a piece of Brian McCann, first hit batsman here on the offensive side of things for the Kiski Valley Vikings.
Looks like a courtesy runner coming in for the Vikings.
Count 1-0 to Eli DeVita. Now 1-1. Courtesy runner out there at first. In place of Brian McCann. 1-1 pitch called for a strike. Looks like it's Anthony Monroe, our Axe courtesy runner. Axe is here to get you there. Lawrence County's door-to-door transportation service is open to the public. Axe takes people to work, play, and anywhere else they want to go. Called strike 3 to Eli DeVita on a 1-2 fastball. First strikeout on the day for Nick Parado. Gets the third out, and after giving up an error and a hits batsman, able to get out of it. So we played 4.5 complete innings. Barron's still up in front 3-1 right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
No two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Back here for the bottom half of the 5th inning. Barron's in front 3-1, all right here on Lawrence County SportsNet. Myself, Tyler Aaron, on the call, alongside Garrett Dolan. Bringing you action from historic Pullman Park in the second trip of the season for the Barons.
This trip to Pullman Park certainly boding better for the Barons than the first one.
First pitch driven down the left third base line and fair. That one's going to roll the whole way to the wall. Ziegler running over to second. He's in there standing. A leadoff double by Braden Ziegler and an early duck on the pond.
Yeah, just solid hitting there for Ziegler. Got it right down the line, starting the inning off early. And the Barons with position to really break this one open here at Pullman Park.
Axe courtesy runner now for the Barons. Troy Bachman stands at second base in place of Braden Ziegler. Luke Anderton steps in first pitch. He wails through that one. Foul tipped off of the leg pad of McCann.
We mentioned how Luke Anderton got his first RBI on the season last game in the doubleheader versus Trafford. Another really good opportunity here for him to do again.
Quick 0-1 count to Anderton. This one gets away. McCann can't find it, so taking off for third is Troy Bachman. He's in there at third standing. And now a runner 90 feet away for the Barons, looking to extend it to a 4-1 lead.
Get a talk from catcher to pitcher there about how to calm down here, keep the ball in the zone, and how to attack Anderton here. Runner on third, just 90 feet away, no outs, so got to play it safe here. Infield not coming in that much.
Anderton's 1 for 1 today. He swings right through that one for strike 2. Count 1-2.
The corners of the infield come in a little. They're playing barely on the grass, but the middle of the infield's playing pretty deep right now.
1-2 pitch. Just inside right there. Now 2-2.
Felt like everyone thought that was a strike other than the man whose decision matters most.
And pitch number 78 by Shane Kleinfelter. Here comes pitch 79. This one's popped up towards deep left field. Running back for it is Bennett. It's over the head. That's going to get to the wall. And here comes the speedy left fielder. Anderton slides into third. He's safe. RBI triple by Luke Anderton gives the Barons a 4-1 lead. Another Toshiba RBI.
You know, with the runner on third and no outs, all you got to do is put the ball deep enough. Anderton put the ball deep enough and then some. That ball was absolutely crushed. In any other ballpark, that's probably leaving, but at the big historic Pullman Park here, that one staying in, and now we're going to get a mound visit.
UPMC trip to the mound. UPMC Orthopedic Care is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for sports medicine services. Schedule an appointment at any of the 4 Lawrence County locations. Call 724-983-7000. As looks like that's going to be it for Shane Kleinfelter after giving up a double and a triple early on. And we'll see who's going to get the ball now for the Kiski Valley Vikings. So for now, we're going to take a quick break here. We'll come back here to historic Pullman Park in the bottom of the 5th. Barons up front 4-1 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Building Block Baseball is a local organization dedicated to and actively involved in teaching and development of local baseball talent. 3B provides weekly baseball seminars from January through May to enhance local baseball knowledge for players, coaches, and parents. Building Block Baseball is available for one-on-one development programs, team instructions, and group sections. 3B also provides Lawrence County with their own collegiate summer baseball team. The 3B Barons showcase top collegiate baseball talents of the area. Visit buildingblocksbaseball.com for more information and for their free downloadable documents and videos. Whether you're just learning the game, playing in college, or coaching a team, 3B can get you the building blocks of baseball today. GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. With smarter printing, you are unleashed. The office is wherever you are, and Toshiba makes it seamless to print whatever, wherever, and whenever. Our mobile printing applications allow you to print or scan to both Toshiba and third-party MFPs right from your mobile device. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Welcome back to historic Pullman Park in Butler, Pennsylvania. As we have our first Red Zone call to the bullpen tonight, make sure to stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Voted best of the best in Lawrence County.
Yeah, Chris Hostetler, new pitcher, doesn't have a number. He is slated as number 4, though, on the team, but does not have a number on his back. Counts 1-0. To A.J. Verdi. He's going to pop this one, and this one's going to get out of play.
You know, Tyler, I mentioned it last batter for Anderton, but it really is surprising for me how far back this Kiski Valley infield is playing with a runner on third and no outs. Steps off here. Sun's starting to set here in Butler, PA.
1-1 pitch, breaking ball. Checked his swing was Verdi. Does get a piece of the bat. Now 1-2.
So you got Verdi and then top of the order and Tommy Caroli due up following. Not a position Kiski Valley wants to be in.
1-2 pitch, breaking ball just a bit high. Count even up 2-2 to Verdi.
Verdi checking with the umpire where that one was. Confirms just a bit too high on the catcher from California University of Pennsylvania.
2-2 pitch, that one just off the plate. Count runs full. Full count. Nobody out. Luke Anderton stands on third base after hitting an RBI triple that brought in Troy Bachman. Full count pitch called, strike 3, first strikeout today by Hostetler, and gets the all-important first out.
Yeah, Verdi looked a little surprised by that one. That pitch seemed to be called a ball just a couple pitches before. Gets rung up on that one, brings up top of the order, and Tommy Caroli.
Tommy Caroli comes up for the third time today. He's 1 for 2. First pitch, he's going to ground this one diving. Stop over at first by Patterson. Gets the out throw to home. That gets away. Sliding in is Anderton. He will extend the Barons' lead now to 5-1.
Yeah, really nice play there from Colin Patterson over at first base. Get the lead or get the runner out at first and then throw to the plate. Wasn't able to get Anderton, but, that's a play that coaches love to see, done just in the moment, thinking on your feet, but not able to ultimately get him out the plate there. 5-1 Barons now.
Now nobody on the base paths. 2 outs. First pitch outside and into the pebbles to new pitcher Nick Parado.
First time this inning, since the start of the inning, that the Barons have had no one on base.
1-0 pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-0 the count. Again, Hostetler out there in relief of Kleinfelter. Final numbers here in a moment. This one into shallow right field and off the glove of Spagel. Parado will slide into second off of the miscue out and right by Evan Spagel. Think that's going to be an error?
It's a tough play. I think that's one that could go either way, truthfully. But personally, I'd probably rule out a hit for Parado. And I'm sure he'd prefer that as well.
We will see what they give him. His first pitch to Robinson. This one's popped up, drifting into foul territory and foul. They will mark it as an E9. First error given up today by Kiski Valley.
And who knows? With 2 outs, dropping that one, that could prove to be a costly one now with the big bat and Jake Robinson up to bat.
Yeah, Robinson 1 for 2 today. Looking to extend this Barons lead to 6-1. 0-1 pitch high and outside. Count even 1-1.
Josh Wolf awaits on deck. One of the late signings for the Barons.
1-1 pitch, curveball outside. Now 2-1.
Handful of big lefties in this Barons lineup. Josh Reed, Josh Wolf, Jake Robinson, all back to back to back.
Yeah, the 3-4-5 hitters. This one's popped up to the opposite field in foul territory, and that's going to get down. Now 2-2.
Second time this at bat, Robinson has hit one over there. If he's just a little bit earlier on those swings, those are drifting into no man's land.
2-2's the count. 2 outs, runner on second. That's Nick Parado.
Lots of 2s right now.
2-2 pitch. This one's grounded out. Diving stop by Patterson. He will toss it to Hostetler. He will step on the bag. A 3-1 ground out for the third out of the inning. But 2 hits, 2 runs, an error committed, and 1 man left on base here in the bottom half of the 5th. Barons extend the lead to 5-1, all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
We played 5 complete here from historic Pullman Park. Barons in front 5-1. First pitch hits Peyton Bennett. Second hit by a pitch given up by the Barons today. One by Parado, one by Friedman. Or excuse me, both by Parado. He had one last inning. Brings up Dylan McCallop. First pitch outside for a ball. Fastball called for a strike, now 1-1 to McCallop. McCallop is 0 for 1 today. One called a strike right there on the outside corner.
Got Zyler Freeman and Nick Parado both pitching in this game, two former teammates at Seneca Valley High School.
It's one grounded out towards second toss. It just dropped that by Ethan Adams, trying to get the toss to second. It looked like he had it, but just dropped it at the last second. And it's going to be an E4. Bennett advances to second, and McCallop will reach first on the E4.
Yeah, a bit of a pinball there. Off the glove of Nick Parado, bounces over to Adams at short. He can't hold it. Now you got 2 on for the Vikings.
Yeah, 2 on, nobody out. Bennett stands at second, McCallop at first, and top of the order for the Vikings.
Now we're going to get a mound visit between Ziegler and Parado.
Yeah, Seth Helgert back up to bat. And the Vikings top of the order. He's 1 for 2 today. Has a double.
Adds insult to injury there. Not only first 2 batters of the inning get on by, your own mistakes, but now you got the top of the order.
And Barons have that 4-run lead. Breaking ball just misses. Now 2-0 to Helgert.
Just 2 hits on the day so far for the Kiski Valley Vikings.
2-1 pitch. This one's popped up and in there for a base hit. Staying at third is Bennett. That will load up the bases for the Vikings and with nobody out.
Well, so much for there being only 2 hits on the day for the Vikings. Make that 3 now.
Yeah, and 2 of them via Seth Helgert. His uncle, Dan Helgert, the general manager of the Allegheny Athletics. First pitch down low for a ball to Dom Rapp, who is 0 for 2 today. He struck out, swinging in both prior at-bats. Parado winds, fires, fastball called there for a strike, 1-1.
You know, you feel like things are going well for the Barons these last couple innings, and now, just like that, tying run is up to bat for the Vikings with no one out.
1-1 pitch, outside and low. Great stop there by Ziegler behind the plate and prohibit Bennett from scoring from third.
Wouldn't be surprised to see some action in the Barons bullpen here soon.
2-1 pitch. This one down low. It's going to get away slightly by Ziegler, but fortunately right towards the third base side, so Bennett has no chance at running home unless he wants to most likely get tagged out by Ziegler.
No one to put him here. Got to throw a strike.
3-1 pitch. Fastball called. Strike 2. Count runs full. Bases fully loaded of Vikings. Nobody out. Bennett on third. McCallop on second. And Helgert on first. Called. Strike 3. Blew the fastball right by him. Strikeout number 2 on the day by Nick Parado and gets the first out.
Massive, massive, massive strikeout there for Nick Parado.
First pitch down low. Wozniak checked his swing but didn't go the whole way around. A beautiful fastball there to strike out Rapp. You heard the big thunder clap as that one hit the mitt. And a good fist bump by Garrett Dolan right next to me in celebration.
No. For Parado, he could really use a double play here because even if he gets Wozniak out, you got the big Colin Patterson on deck.
1-1 pitch, fouled off down the third base sign, make it 1-2.
I don't know about you, Tyler, but with the way Colin Patterson swings a bat, I don't want to be facing him with the bases loaded in a game where you have a 4-run lead.
Yeah, Patterson has a double. He's standing on the on-deck circle.
Nearly hit one out of here earlier.
1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts by Nick Parado. And now 2 away here in the 6th.
Well, here you go. Nick Parado, biggest at-bat of the game here so far after having bases loaded, no outs. You got Colin Patterson up after striking out the next 2.
Patterson represents the tying run. First pitch called a strike with the breaking ball to Colin Patterson.
And we know he can certainly send one out of here.
Parado winds and fires. High chopper back to Parado. Throw on to first. Gets Patterson out at first. Nick Parado gets out of an early bases loaded jam. And after 5.5, we remain at a 5-1 lead for the 3B Barons.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Tori Atkins as the May Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for winning her unprecedented 4th consecutive WPIL title in the 400-meter and 200-meter dash, winning 2 other district gold medals, and bringing home state gold in the 400 meters. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner as the May Red Zone Athlete of the Month, after getting gold in the 200-meter and silver in the 100-meter dash. Congratulations to Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner and Laurel's Tori Atkins, the May Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
First pitch breaking ball called for a strike to Josh Wolf to kick off the bottom half of the sixth. Recap the top half of the sixth. A leadoff hit by a pitch to Bennett. McCallop reaches on an error made by Ethan Adams at second. Then Helgert hits the base hit, loads up the bases, and back-to-back strikeouts to Rapp and Wozniak. And then a ground out by the biggest bat in this Kiski Valley Vikings lineup, and Colin Patterson to ground out back to the pitcher to get out of the early bases loaded jam. 2-1. High breaking ball, now 3-1 to Josh Wolf.
How heartbreaking would it be for the Vikings if they strand the bases loaded, no outs, and then the Barons come back here and do damage?
That one, a foul ball, that one rolled right back to Hostetler. Make it a full count.
I mentioned earlier about not having a player MVP of the game t-shirts, but if we had an MVP of the game t-shirt, Nick Parado would certainly get it after that effort, stranding the bases loaded.
Full count pitch, high breaking ball for a leadoff walk, and the first walk given up by Hostetler. And leadoff man aboard for Josh Wolf, and we will have an Axe courtesy runner. Looks like it's going to be Demarion Young.
Demarion Young of CCAC.
Yeah, another Axe courtesy runner. Axe takes people to work, playing anywhere else they want to go. Call 724-652-5588 for more information. First pitch called for a strike to Josh Reed. Reed's 1 for 2 today.
Speedy Demarion Young on first. That one just misses inside.
Yeah, it looked like it could have went either way, and a little bit of a delayed reaction by the home plate umpire. 1-1 pitch, this one grounded right back to Patterson at first. A wild throw to second. He did not get his foot on second. He's safe. Josh Wolf Demarion Young able to slide in there, and a wild throw by Patterson. And he didn't step on the bag at first to throw over to the shortstop and Dylan McCallop. A little bit wild, and it just was enough to take McCallop's foot off of the base. And now runners on first and second for the Barons and nobody out.
Now the Barons are threatening to have the bases juiced with no one out. Really a solid play from Patterson there at first base. Throw just ever so slightly too far, and it's proven to be a costly one here.
Parker Lyons grounds one just caught by the second baseman. DeVita throw on to first in time for the first out, but Young and Reed will advance 90 feet, and both runners now in scoring position for the Barons.
Essentially like a little bit of a sacrifice there for Parker Lyons, moving both runners up 90 feet. You'll take that if you're Parker Lyons.
So 2 ducks on the pond now for the Barons. Again, Young on third, Reed on second, only 1 out.
Tyler, you don't know how happy this makes me to say it. The infield has come in for the Kiski Valley Vikings.
As it looks like McCann's going to come in and speak a few words to Hostetler, who has walked the first batter and then given up an error made by Patterson. Only 7 hits on 5 runs so far for the Barons. They've made 2 errors. 2 errors have been committed as well by the Vikings. They only have 3 hits and 1 run. Count 1-0 to Ethan Adams.
Light starting to shine here at Pullman Park.
Hostetler throws the breaking ball just outside, now 2-0. Just a beautiful night here at Pullman Park now. at a start temperature at 77 degrees, now cooled off to 72 now. This one's going to ground down the third base side and foul.
You know, after falling behind in the count 2-0 to Ben Miller, falling behind, you know, first base is open. Could possibly just put him on first here and get a force out any base.
2-1 pitch, swung on and missed right through it. Was Adams, now 2-2 the count. Two pitch high, breaking ball called, strike 3. They get the important second out of the inning. Now 2 away here.
So the Barons stranded, the bases loaded to start the top half of the frame here. Now Barons are in danger of doing the same to themselves, but with 2 on.
This one popped up to left. Bennett is there. He will make the catch for the third out of the inning. Kiski Valley Vikings avoid any damage made there in the bottom half of the 6th. Barron's still up in front 5-1, all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
More and more, people are consuming information on screens. Businesses that want to engage, educate, or entertain clients are turning to Toshiba to provide inspired communication with digital signage experiences that attract attention in novel and entertaining ways. Information needs to be managed to be effective, and organizations can trust Toshiba to provide solutions for improved workflow, which help to securely store, organize, and manage information, whether in digital or physical form. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Back here for the top half of the 7th. 3 outs is all the Vikings have here in this one, top of the 7th inning. Nick Parano back out there. Pitched to 7th after Zyler Friedman started the game and pitched 4 complete innings.
Bit of a delay to start this one. Parker Lyons chasing down a warm-up ball that didn't make its way to the Barons dugout.
First pitch by Parano. Inside fastball for a ball. If you're keeping the tracker there, Garrett, it's the second time I've dropped my scorecard.
I made a mental note of it. I'll say that much. Although it could have been 3.
Almost was 3. I did caught it that one time. 1-1 pitch down low into the pebbles. Now 2-1 the count. You know, we have one singular circular table here in the first base suite here, right next to the press box, and all of our broadcast equipment's on it. So I have a binder in my lap with my scorecard and doing the game from here, and then Gary, you're the one-man crew here doing everything else. 3-1 count, hits off the bat on a check swing to Nate Demchak. Count full.
You know, it's funny. Last couple times we were up at Slippery Rock, my job was button duty. Now I'm doing all of Matt's work, camera as well.
Yeah, Matt Flannery, who did it all at Slippery Rock University. You were an extra hand that game.
Did it all aside from the counting camera buttons, might I add.
Especially that rain delay. You were pretty busy.
Taking a nap on the bleachers.
It's either that or playing retro bowl. This one's hit out towards center field and in there for a base hit. Barehanded scoop there by Ben Miller on the one hopper, but a leadoff base hit for Nate Demchak and the Kiski Valley Vikings.
Yeah, another leadoff base runner here for the Kiski Valley Vikings. Nick Parado certainly has been flirting with disaster these last couple innings. Hasn't come back to bite him yet, but see if he can hold that here.
First pitch to Evan Spagel. Swung on and missed for a strike.
Vikings third base coach just now getting out there. Has been tardy a couple times.
0-1 pitch, swung on and missed right through it. Make it 0-2 the count now.
A lot of history here at Pullman Park. You see a framed picture of Babe Ruth right next to us. Homestead Grays posters behind us.
A lot of history at this 91-year-old ballpark. 100's coming up here pretty soon, 2034.
Lots of magic and history has been made here in the past, so wonder how much more it has left in it.
1-2, check this swung, appeal down to first. They're going to say he went the whole way, so strike 3 called. That's going to be strikeout number 4 on the day for Nick Parado and the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where the batter isn't even getting mad at the umpire. He knows he swung all the way.
First pitch low for a ball to Brian McCann. McCann 0 for 1 in 2 plate appearances. Hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. He'll watch the breaking ball go by there for a strike.
Big intimidating lead over there at first base. Would have to imagine if he'll be off here soon.
Swung on and missed by McCann, now 1-2. Stick around after the game. We'll have our Tri-County Principals post-game show. Recap this game. Brought to you by Creative Edge. Talk about what's coming up next for the Vikings and the 3B Barons. Again, tomorrow, Lawrence County softball out in action. Swung on and missed on the full count pitch by Brian McCann. Back-to-back strikeouts and strikeout number 5 on the day for Nick Parado. Kiski Valley down to their final out.
Some action over in the Barons bullpen. Nick Magnifico warming up.
As we'll see how much longer we go here, as now it wasn't really told if this was going to be a 7 or a 9 inning game. Usually it's a coin flip. Here should technically go 9 here today.
Yes.
But Barons have played nothing but 7 inning games all across the season.
I will say, after all the high school games we do, after all the doubleheaders we do, I think we've seen 1 9-inning game thus far. So certainly it's a bit of a learning curve when you go back to the traditional 9-inning ball games.
And with collegiate baseball, it's 9 innings. Collegiate softball at 7, and then you get the high school at 7 for both. High chopper jumped up and caught by Lyons. Throw on to first. Just dropped at first by Josh Reed. As it looked like, did he have it? Did he not have it? He did not have it as Reed fell back for it. But Demchak will advance over to third base on the play.
And head coach Eric Francis talking to the field umpire right now, but unsuccessful.
And not happy a little bit with the call on that one. Is a lot to unpack on that play, but it will be an error. They will credit the error to Parker Lyons. And now quickly 0-2 count to Peyton Bennett.
I have to imagine this is probably Nick Parado's final batter of the ball game. Nick Magnifico done warming up over there in a Oh, wait, what's next?
0-2 pitch swung on and missed by Bennett. Strike 3. Strikeout number 6, and all 3 outs in the inning recorded via the strikeout. We played 6.5 complete innings rather. Barons up front 5-1 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Congratulations to our May LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor all of Lawrence County softball as our Lawrence County Team of the Month. Mohawk, Neshannock, and Union won a softball trifecta of WPIL championships on the same day. Elwood City, Laurel, Shenango, and Wilmington each won playoff games, and Newcastle set program and WPIL records on the softball diamond this year. Congratulations to all of our county softball athletes representing as our May LCAP.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
First pitch down below the knees to Braden Ziegler, bottom half of the 7th. Here from historic Pullman Park, 3B Barons in front 5-1. This one grounded out towards third. Scooped up by Wozniak, throwing to first, gets the first out. Luke Anderton will step up to bat now with nobody on and 1 out in a 5-1 Barons ball game.
Anderton has had one heck of a day after, we said hopefully he can continue his hot game last week into this one, and boy, has he done that. A little bloop single into center field, and then that hard hit triple out to left.
First pitch down low into the pebbles to Luke Anderton. Anderton's 2 for 2 today. He has a triple and a single so far. 1-0 pitch down low.
Looking at Anderton's batting stance and mechanics reminds me a lot of like a Juan Soto type player with his stride.
2-0 pitch by Hostetler. Outside again, make it 3-0.
I mean, Parato's 2 for 2 with 2 really good hits so far in the day, so can't blame the Vikings for not really wanting to pitch him right here.
3-0 pitch outside, a 4-pitch walk, and another free base.
That one not really close at all, which kind of confirms my suspicion that they really didn't want to pitch him there. Kind of getting the Barry Bonds treatment, so to speak, for Luke Anderton.
And that's the third free pass given up by the Vikings, second by Hostetler. First pitch just above the letters of A.J. Verdi. It says Barons across the chest of the white uniforms with black pinstripes. This one grounded out towards second. Picked up by DeVita. Throw to second. Gets the out at second. Throw to first in time. A double play. A 4-6-3 double play for the third out of the inning. And a 1-2-3 inning at that by the Vikings. We played 7 complete. Barons still in front 5-1, all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
No two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
It's another red zone call to the bullpen for the 3B Barons. Nick Magnifico will come in after 3 complete innings pitched by Nick Parano, giving up 2 hits and striking out 6. And for Nick Magnifico, he's pitched once prior on the season against the Trafford Crazy Train in 2 complete innings. Pitched, gave up only 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. Here is another defensive change for the 3V Barons, as Braden Ziegler will trade places with AJ Verdi. Verdi was the extra hitter, and Ziegler was the catcher. They're just going to swap positions, and Verdi becomes the catcher, and Ziegler will become the extra hitter. Dylan McCallop will start things off here for the top half of the 8th. 0 for 2 today, and he watches ball 1 go by.
Yeah, the Vikings quickly running out of time here. Got to get the bats warmed up.
1-0 pitch. Inside for a ball, 2-0.
They've left quite a handful of guys on the base paths here, and it's come back to bite them so far.
2-0 pitch. Breaking ball. Called a strike. 2-1. Top half of the 8th inning. 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 errors for the Kiski Valley Vikings. For the Barons, 5 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. This one a slow roller caught by short, throw on to first in time by Jake Robinson to get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, really nice play from Robinson there. Running in on it, making the quick throw, and those quick hands over at shortstop as, obviously you got to have. And, just a all-around routine play, but done to perfection there, making it look easy.
So that's going to flip the script over to the top of the order, and Seth Helgert. Seth is 2 for 3 today. First pitch outside for a ball. Magnifico winds and fires, swung on and missed by Helgert, 1-1.
Blew that one right by him. He's looking at a big swing, and now Helgert steps out.
Magnifico still has a 0.00 ERA through 1 appearance. He fires down the 1-1, popped up, shallow right field. Adams takes a few steps into the outfield and makes the catch for the second out.
Barons now 4 outs away from securing their 3rd win in a row, making them 5-1 overall.
Dom Rapp. Step in now. First pitch, breaking ball inside for a ball. On a pitch, fastball driven into shallow right field, goes over the head of Caroli. A 2-out single. Looks like a whole bunch of defensive changes now in the lineup for the Barons. Troy Bachman's out in right, and Caroli will come into second. And Demarion Young will come in for Ben Miller out in center field.
Well, that's one nice thing about those doubleheaders is it gives a lot of guys playing time, and not just playing time, but playing time throughout an entire game.
So a couple of different changes. This one's popped up towards left. This one's drifting into foul territory, and it will get down. 0-2 now the count. To the count, 2 outs, runner on first base. Barons up in front, 5-1. 0-2 pitch, just off the plate, make it 1-2.
Yeah, good miss there from Magnifico. When you're up ahead in the count 0-2, you can play around a little more, and chances are he's going to come back here and try to get him to chase.
1-2 the count to Brady Wozniak. He watches that one go by, down low for a ball. Count goes even, 2-2.
Well, you got him down 0-2, now 2-2. You can't let it get away from you. Got to make a strong pitch here.
2-2 pitch. High pop up, out of play. Very speedy out there in third with the Lions, but that's well far out of play.
Now 5 hits on the day for the Kiski Valley Vikings. Struggled a little early on, but these last couple innings have really gotten a lot of runners on, just haven't been able to get them home, and ultimately that's what matters most.
Count is 2-2 to Brady Wozniak. Wozniak 0 for 3 so far today. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball down low into the pebbles. Count runs full.
Go from 2 quick outs to in danger of putting 2 on here. And again, Colin Patterson up on deck.
Full count pitch. Hit one out towards right center. Bachman runs over for it. That's down for a base hit. Here comes the throw to second. He's tagged out. What a great throw by Troy Bachman. Get it into Tommy Caroli for the tag on Brady Wozniak. And gets that 3rd out of the inning. We've played 7.5 complete from historic Pullman Park. Barons still in front, 5-1. You're watching collegiate level baseball here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Top of the order due up for the 3B Barons here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Beautiful night here under perfectly clear skies here in Butler, Pennsylvania. I guess the second home of the 3B Barons this season. Gonna be playing, as of right now, 5 games here at historic Pullman Park, and this is home game number 1. First pitch by Tommy Caroli, smacked out towards center, right at Nate Demchak, though, in center. A first pitch, first out here in the bottom half of the 8th.
You know, Tyler, it's funny you mentioned how this is the second home of the Barons, but they've played more home games here than they have Flaherty Field, which, might I add, Flaherty Field isn't even in second place because that's tied with Hickory High School.
Yeah, only 2 games played at Flaherty, 2 games here at Pullman, and 2 games at Hickory High School. And, you know, weather's not looking too great for Saturday, so the game could be moved out of Flaherty Field to either Hickory High School or even Westminster College. 1-0 pitch, scooped up by Wozniak on a high chopper, throw on to first in time for the second out of the inning.
If it gets moved to Westminster, then the question really is, where is the 3B Barons home? Because it doesn't seem like it's Newcastle. It doesn't seem like it's Butler or Hermitage or New Wilmington. So I guess that's a question for Coach Eric Francis.
Yeah, unfortunately, weather has been a huge factor in getting games at Flaherty Field, and you know, with you got to move to a turf facility when there's so much rain if you want to play ball in a very rain-heavy spring.
You know, you say a very rain-heavy spring, and you say an all-turf facility. Are you referring to a place like Slippery Rock where we spent 10 hours the other day?
I guess I am implying that, aren't I? Well, Westminster's all turf.
I'm more so referring to the rain that we dealt with there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a very good reason why they have all turf facilities there at Slippery Rock, and it's not completely just for the nice look it may present.
Robinson hits a 2-out single. A little bit of a bobble out there in center by Nate Demchak, but he scoops it up before Robinson can even think about going to second. That's his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 4 today.
Robinson keeping this inning alive brings up the pair of Joshes.
Josh Wolf step in. Josh Reed on deck. Here with 2 outs and Robinson on first. This one goes past McCann. Runners goes to second. Throw down to second. Sliding in safely by Robinson on the pass ball by McCann. Another pass ball this game, and I believe that's the 3rd pass ball given up by the Kiski Valley Vikings here tonight.
You know, credit for even making that a close play. I thought Robinson would have been in there without a throw, but made it interesting.
Count runs 2-0 now to Josh Wolf with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 8th. 2-0 pitch. This one grounded out towards first. Patterson has it. He will take it himself to the first base bag and record the 3rd out. 1 hit and 1 left on base here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. We've played 8 complete. 3B Barons still in front 5-1. Again, you're watching summer collegiate level baseball right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Top of the 9th inning now, last gasp officially for the Kiski Valley Vikings. Nick Magnifico back out there to pitch into the 9th. It's the 4, 5, 6 hitters all due up for the Vikings. Colin Patterson, Nate Demchak, and Evan Spiegel. And Vikings looking to come back and record their first win on the season. And they sit in last place in the Rust Belt League standings. 0-3 record. 3B Barons in second and a game out of first with a 2-1 record. First pitch, fastball called a strike to Patterson. Oh, and 1 pitch, high breaking ball upstairs for a ball, 1-1 the count. Pop fly to center, rolling back for it is Young. He's still rolling back for it, and he will not make that catch. He fell down. Here comes Patterson running into third. He is standing. A leadoff triple maybe. Here is Young just simply lost it and fell down onto his back on the play. They will roll it in E8.
Scorekeeper not being too generous to the fielders here tonight. Lots of errors.
Nate Demchak steps in, first pitch inside, breaking ball for a ball. And Magnifico gave up the early error. Patterson stands 90 feet away in a 5-1 Barons lead. 1-0 pitch. This one grounded out towards short. Robinson's got it. Throw on to first in time. Patterson will come across the score, however, and now it's 5-2. Up by 4 at that point. With a grounder like that, just get it to first and get the out. Don't worry about the runner. Now bases are empty. Now 5-2. First pitch to Evan Spiegel, down low for a ball. Swung grounded out towards Robinson. Robinson grabs it on a high bounce. Throw on to first in time. Back-to-back ground outs to Jake Robinson at short. Now Vikings down to their final out here in this one.
Almost looked like a bouncy ball. Just nearly bounced right over the head of Jake Robinson. He was ready for it to come closer to his chest, but makes the play. Vikings down to their last out.
Yeah, look, the balancing just kept on getting higher and higher. First pitch swift at by Brian McCann. McCann 0 for 2 in 3 plate appearances today. 0-1 pitch by Magnifico, fouled off to the Barons dugout. Vikings down to their final strike.
Pretty quick played game tonight, 2 hours and 10 minutes currently.
Not bad, and this game kind of got off to a late start. 7:02 was today's first pitch. 0-2 pitch, bouncer, right into the chest protector of A.J. Verdi. 1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch by Magnifico. Fastball just a little high.
Felt like everyone thought that was a strike, but we'll do it again.
So 2-2 the count now to Brian McCann. This one grounding out towards second. Diving stop by Caroli, and he can't make the throw. It got by his glove. I'm getting blocked by the pillar here in the suite. Didn't see that one roll the whole way out into center field. But a great diving effort there by Tommy Caroli, but it's a 2-out single for Brian McCann.
Looks like we'll have another courtesy runner come out for the Vikings.
And Anthony Monroe back out there for the second time as a courtesy runner for the catcher in Brian McCann. First pitch grounded over to Robinson. Robinson throw over to second and gets the out on the force out to second, a 6-4. And the Kiski Valley Vikings have to abandon ship for the fourth time this season. And the 3B Barons take this one 5-2.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex-driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zeno-Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Back here for your Tri-County Principals postgame show. Here from historic Pullman Park, the second trip of the season for the 3V Barons. And this one, a much different story than the first one, a 5-2 victory over the Kiski Valley Vikings. So to kick off this Tri-County Principals postgame show, let's take a look at who has the edge tonight with our Creative Edge scoring recap. Creative Edge, where design and construction come together with experience. Taking a look at the bottom half of the first inning, top half of the first, lead-off double by Seth Helgert, and then another double hit by Colin Patterson to bring home Helgert for the first run of the game. And on the bottom of the first, Nick Parado gets hit by a pitch, and then Josh Wolf brings him home to tie this game up at 1 apiece. Fast forward to the bottom half of the third inning, still a 1-1 game. Base hit by Luke Anderton, and Caroli and Robinson helps bring home 2 runs, give the Barons a 3-1 lead. Now on to the the bottom half of the fifth inning. Double by Ziegler and an RBI triple by Luke Anderton brings home Troy Bachman, who was the Axe courtesy runner. Makes it a 4-1 game, and then it's Nick Parado on an E9 made by Evan Spagel, brings home Luke Anderton from third base to make it a 5-1 game. And then after that, no runs and continued to be 5-1. Stellar performances on both sides of things for today's starting pitchers. And Shane Kinefelter, 4 complete innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs, with all 5 of them being earned, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Then for Friedman, 4 complete innings, 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, and 5 strikeouts by Friedman. Prado came in relief, pitched 3 complete innings, and then Magnifico gives up a run in the top half of the ninth due to a E8 out in center field by Demarion Young. That Patterson later came home to score off of an RBI ground out by Nate Demchak to make it a 5-2 game. On the other side, Hostetler pitched 4 complete innings for the Kiski Valley Vikings. And this game 5-2 in a game that lasted 2 hours and 10 minutes here from historic Pullman Park. As Barons improve now to a 5-1 overall record, 3-1 across the Rust Belt and Tri-State Collegiate League in the North American Baseball Alliance. Great job today by these 3B Barons. Here, as let's take a look at what's coming up next for both of these teams. For the Kiski Valley Vikings, they'll continue a very quick 2-game road trip, as they will be back here at Pullman Park tomorrow to take on the Pittsburgh Redbirds here at 7 p.m. Kiski Valley Vikings still looking for their first win on the season. For the 3V Barons, they'll return home to hopefully Flaherty Field. They'll take on the Pittsburgh Redbirds for the first 2 of 4 meetings this season. Doubleheader kicks off at 2 p.m. It's also Newcastle Public Library and Lawrence County Comfort Canines will be at the ballpark. Lots of activities for the fans out at Flaherty Field, so if you can, please come down on Saturday and check out all the fun and cool stuff that we will have for all fans in attendance at Flaherty Field. Special thanks to our 2025 sponsors. Visit Lawrence County United Independent Living Solutions, Castle Mold and Toll Company, Ed Urine, Pizza Joe's, Penn Ohio Water Company, Turco's Pizza, Renee Dean from Howard Hanna, Newcastle Belco Federal Credit Union, BWP Back Company, Body Structure Fitness, TJ Digital Marketing, Capable Kids, The Crane Room Grill, Luis Pomerico Law, Angelo Papa Law, Preston Auto Group, Turvo Masonry, Roger M. and William F. DeCarbo Funeral Home, Run the Show Basketball, the Larry Kelly Baseball Foundation, and El Cap. It's Zyler Freeman will pick up his second win on the year. He goes to a 2-0 record. Kleinfelter picks up the loss and goes to an 0-1 record. Final line score in this one for the Kiski Valley Vikings: 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, 9 men left on base. For the Barons, 5 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors, and 8 men left on base for the Barons. That'll do it for your Tri-County Principals postgame show. Myself, Tyler Aaron, and alongside me, Garrett Dolan, our producer, associate commentator, and everything else that he can possibly do on the back end of things for helping us out here. Now Lawrence County SportsNet out to Penn State University for high school baseball and softball championships. Again, tomorrow, New Shannock will take on South Williamsport, and then Union Scotties for the 1A championship for softball will play at 11 a.m. on Friday. But again, final score here, 3B Barons 5, Kiski Valley Vikings 2. Have a great day, everybody.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.